heard about the ball game last night. 121-14. Must be putting their record.
What you think he'd do if he found us?
Shoot us, probably. But, Mama, it's a sin, isn't it? Unless you're married, you know I wouldn't do that.
Don't be so mealy-mouthed.
Tough it out! Tough it out! You gotta be men like the rest of them. Ain't none of you pretty enough to be women.
Hey everybody, I'm Jay Bullington.
And I'm Keith Carcino, and we want to know,
Have you seen this one?
Oh my God. Okay, so spending, I got a little Christmas gift, like a gift card thing.
Yeah.
And I'm spending it, and I know nobody listening can see this, but look at this sweater, okay? Do you see this sweater?
Yeah.
Isn't it nice?
Nice sweater, yeah.
Okay, you're never going to believe where I got this sweater. I got this sweater at Levi's.
Levi's, the jeans store.
Yes.
Huh?
The Levi's. I went online and I ordered it. Then I went to pick it up at the store and I tried it on, and this guy behind me goes, "Did you get that sweater here?" I'm like, "Yes, I got this sweater at Levi." He's like, "I can't believe that's a Levi's sweater."
Of all these.
Oh, and by the way, this is not a Levi's commercial. I'm sorry. This is not a Levi's commercial, everybody. This is actually HYSTO episode number 238. Hello, everybody. I'm Jay Bullington.
I'm Keith Carcino.
And we are here with our good friend James Huddleson. Hey, James.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, welcome back. We're always so glad. It's so much fun when you come. And
yeah.
Keith, James has a connection to the movie that we're discussing this time. That is really fun. You'll see when we get there.
Okay.
But before we do that, let's talk about what's new, what's been entertaining us lately. James, I didn't ask you beforehand. Do you have anything to share with us about what's new? Anything you've been watching lately, or any new? Actually, I know you've got some new movies. Spill it.
Yes, yesterday I went with one of my besties, Jill, and we went to go see Marty Supreme.
That's the Timothée Chalamet film that everybody's talking about.
And I will say I saw it, and I remember I was saying to TJ, I was just like, well, wait a minute. I get a kick out of hearing people say, "Oh, well, he's overdue," and all. He's not even 30. And
I know. Yeah, it's like, give me a break.
He's overdue.
But I will say that he has definitely. I see that he's marketing really hard for this, and rightfully so. He is fantastic. I think in a lot of his previous movies, he's a little bit more subtle and understated in some stuff. This time around, he really goes big in this performance. It's not a good person. It's not a very likable character, but you somehow find a way to really like him. And this guy goes.
Timothée Chalamet's gift. Yeah.
Yeah, and he goes from just. It's basically it's to hell and back, and there's some really pleasantly surprising cameos. I think Kevin O'Leary. I've not watched Shark Tank, but apparently
Kevin O'Leary, he's an actor.
Yes.
Okay.
I think he kind of based from what I've heard, it's kind of like he's kind of playing himself in this movie.
Okay, that makes sense.
He's married to an old Hollywood actress. Hard to say old Hollywood actress when you're saying the character is played by Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah.
And this is like the first time that Gwyneth Paltrow, I think the last time I ever seen her kind of really be like this good is probably since Royal Tenenbaums.
Oh, wow. Really? Okay. Because
yes.
I think she was excellent in that movie. I don't think she got a lot of credit for that, actually.
No, I don't think so. And funny thing is about Marty Supreme, for a little while, I actually thought it could have almost played like a Kevin Anderson movie.
Oh, really? Okay, it makes me want to see it even more. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And so I would definitely say that this year it's, I know I said a lot of stuff about Ethan Hawke. I was like this, well, I definitely think that Timothée Chalamet might have definitely made his stake right there into the, into the best actor race. So
okay.
I'm I'm on the. I guess what's his nickname? Does he have is it Timote or something like that? Or
Oh, I don't keep up with that. Sorry.
I thought yeah, something like that. It's like I was like, okay. I mean, I think yeah, his best performance. I mean, it's right there with "Call Me by Your Name."
Oh, wow. Okay. That's very encouraging. Okay, well, I'll be watching that very soon. Okay. Anything else?
Let's see. Um, last picture show, and
Of
also,
course.
oddly enough, I've been watching old reruns of the TV show Mom with Anna Faris
Oh,
and
yes. Oh,
Allison Janney.
thank you. Yes. Oh, I love her.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know.
And I
do
love
too.
Anna Faris too. I've
Oh
always liked
yeah,
Anna
yeah,
Faris.
yeah.
Yes.
She's versatile.
And that's another actor who is very underrated, I think. I
She
think
was
Anna
from what,
Faris.
like those not other teen movies? Is that Anna
Yeah, and those
Faris?
and they
Yeah.
were no, and also
Right. I
the
think maybe
scary
that's
movie,
why
the scary
the scary
movies.
movies one.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
right. I
yeah.
thought maybe that's why she's underrated so much because
Well,
people didn't
she's
take her seriously
no,
after
they don't
those
take her
shows.
seriously,
Yeah,
but I think she's got a lot more range than she's given credit for.
absolutely, absolutely.
I
Anyway,
think you know what I think Anna Faris needs.
what?
She needs like a "If I Had Legs I'd Kick You" kind of movie, the way that Rose Byrne,
Yes,
because I
she
recently
needs
saw that one
something.
also.
Okay, and you recommend that too, don't you?
It's a very but just to let you know, it's also an incredibly stressful
Oh God.
um
Okay.
amount of, but it's rewarding. I would say this: if we're cinephiles here, so I mean, we've
Uh-huh.
seen stressful movies and stuff like that. I mean,
Yeah.
this movie can, "If I Had Legs I'd Kick You," basically confirmed that motherhood is not for sissies.
Okay.
There is a lot of you can have and
Parenthood is not for
Rose,
sissies.
yeah, just
Yeah.
I I have Franklin here. That's as far as I'm getting as far as any kind of kids.
That's me too. My two boys, and my two boys are not. They're not human. So
It's
there you
work.
go. Yeah.
It's work though, man. No
Well, yeah,
matter
but
what.
it's not work like you have done.
Comedy is really but I've been starting to realize now a lot more lately that comedy is really underrated. I mean,
Oh
a lot of people,
yes,
I
yes.
guess the best thing to say about that is it takes a lot of effort to look effortless.
It does.
Huh.
It
Interesting.
does.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
like that.
what was it? Who was the famous actor who on his deathbed? Someone said, "How are you doing?" He said, "Dying is easy. Comedy is hard."
Let me get it wrong. I don't know. Something like was it like not Sir Laurence Olivier, but isn't it
I
someone in
want to
that vein?
say, was it a Barrymore? It
I
might have
would
been
not
one
be
of the
surprised,
Barrymores or something. I'm not sure. I'm not
but
sure. Anyway,
I'll find out.
Keith, do you have anything new to talk about?
Yeah, nothing too much new. There's one new, but there's a couple of old ones too from, the
Yeah.
classic Christmas
Well,
stories.
yeah,
like
we have to. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a Wonderful Life. Watch that
Of
again. The
course, I
ending
watched that,
again.
and
Such
it's a
a
wonderful
classic.
knife.
Oh yeah, another good one too. We did another like a movie night a few nights ago, and we all like put a random movie that we wanted to watch, and we and then we picked one. Like, Carissa got Home Alone 2, Lost in New York. Watched that
Okay.
again.
Trump's in that one. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Yeah,
bring
we
that
saw
up.
him. Yeah, he makes a brief cameo in that too. But right.
Thank goodness it's
I
brief.
I came across this one. We covered it years back with John Cusack, 1408. Do you remember
Oh
that one?
yes, yes,
Man,
that's a good
that
one.
that one really is good. It still holds up. I probably watched it four or
It's
five times.
really well done.
It really is. And
Yeah.
it's a tough story to tell too, because there's so many like flashbacks and different things that happen, and it's done really well. And it was my first time really seeing John Cusack in such a role. Like he really did show his acting chops in a horror movie, which I hadn't seen before.
I have a movie in line. It'll be a while before we get to it, but that's another movie that it's a horror film that he was in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that I'm going to share with you, but I'm
Okay.
saving it for later. So go ahead.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
I'll be looking forward to that.
yeah.
This other one was a recommendation from my parents. My dad was like raving about this. It's just came out this year. It's called A House of Dynamite. Ever heard of A House of Dynamite?
No,
Have you
I haven't heard
seen
of
this one?
this.
This movie, it takes place. There's this random missile that's launched in the air, and it kind of shows the story of how the government handles an unforeseen inter what an ICBM, what an intercontinental ballistic missile is, and they don't know who shot it, where it's coming from, but they see that it's aimed at a large American city, and it shows the different perspectives of how different branches of the government handle such an attack. And let me just say, thinking about how they handle it and the competence of how the different characters in this story handled it, we would be up shit's creek without a paddle if that happened in the next 3, 4 years. I have
I have
no
no doubt that's true.
confidence
Yeah,
in our government to handle an issue like that,
yeah,
especially if it's from a country with a dictator, because I don't know, it was a little scary. I will
yeah.
say though, the ending really left me. At first I was like, wait, that's it? That's how it ends? And then I thought, oh, okay. It really makes you think. And I think
Okay,
that's the intention
I'm
of the
sure.
director.
Yeah,
But yeah, Highest of Dynamite, I recommend it. It was an hour 52, but it went fast. I felt like there was a lot of different sections, and it shows you the same like maybe 30, 45 minutes of events that take place, but it's from like the different parts of government. You can see how each one interacts at the same time. It was done really well. I highly recommend it.
okay, very good.
That's it though. How about you, Jay? What's been entertaining you?
Okay, well, I went to see or I didn't go. I watched it here. Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery. It's the new
Oh,
Knives
yeah,
Out
yeah, yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah,
The
yeah.
Benoit Blanc
I've
movies.
been thinking about
Okay,
watching this. What you
okay.
think?
All I, all I can think about still is Daniel Craig's hair. I It drove me insane.
What?
It was just awful. Oh, I
Oh,
hated his hair so much.
yeah.
Ah,
Of all things, that's what you have.
that's
The
what
first
I
comment, huh?
swear that's the one thing I think of when I think of this movie, his hair.
Oh gosh.
I will say this. Josh O'Connor plays Father Judd Duplessis, and he is really the main character in the film.
Uh-huh.
And I have to say, he did a great job. And Daniel Craig always does a great job. And
Right.
he was very
Sure.
good.
Sure.
It's not as fun as the other Knives Out films. I'll say
Oh,
this.
okay. Oh,
It's not
okay.
as lighthearted. The
Okay.
others have a bit of light. This one's a little darker. But when you get to the last 30 minutes of it, it's just Knives Out all the way. It's a Knives
Okay.
Out movie.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
But
Nice.
getting there, it's a little different than the others. It's a little darker.
Okay.
Yeah. But I enjoyed it. I would say it's not my favorite of the films, but it's enjoyable.
It's
I
worth a shot.
recommend
Okay.
seeing it. Yeah.
All right.
Then I watched this great documentary on Hulu. It's called Sly Lives. And I don't know if it's Sly Lives or Sly Lives. I think it's Sly Lives. I'm sorry. They don't say it out loud. They just, Sly Lives, aka The Burden of Black Genius. It's about Sly Stone from Sly and the Family Stone, the
Okay.
Yeah.
musician.
Uh-huh.
It is a great documentary. It is so interesting and well done. And of course that music, you can't go wrong when you're listening to Sly and the Family Stone through the whole
Uh-huh.
thing. It's great.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So that's a fantastic documentary about his life and his artistry. It's just really good. Okay, then I saw Blue Moon, the Richard Linklater movie,
Mhm.
starring Ethan Hawke, and
Of course.
James is smiling over there. Oh my God, Ethan Hawke. Oh, I'm blanking. Is it Roger? Is it Roger Hart? Isn't it Roger Hart, James? I'm
Yeah, I
like
think it is.
I think he plays the songwriter Roger Hart. Um, I was telling James and I had talked about it before. I have never seen Ethan Hawke so over the top in my life. I
Oh,
mean,
really?
I've never seen him so over the top, and I've got to say, I enjoyed his performance very
Lauren,
much.
Lauren's Heart.
Lauren's Hart. That's it. Oh, but he worked with
Yeah.
Rogers. It was Rogers and Hart.
Yeah.
That's why I thought
Yeah.
Roger. It was
Which later
Rogers
went
and
on to be
Hart.
Rogers and Hammers, which then he
And then he went
Rogers
to
and
Rogers
Hammerstein.
and Hammerstein, which is this whole movie's about Lauren's Hart being pissed off about that. And, well, not the whole movie, but a lot of it is about that. But Ethan Hawke, I mean, he transforms himself in this movie physically, emotionally. It's just it's an incredible performance. It really is.
It really
Now,
is.
it's not a movie that I'm gonna like watch over and over again.
Okay.
But it's definitely worth seeing at least once. Okay, I'm just gonna say that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. Okay, so having said that,
Real quickly, I was
yeah.
going to tell you this. When I saw that movie, I felt like I got the total Austin film experience when I saw that, because I went to the Austin Film Society theater.
Oh,
the
yes,
first time I
that's
ever
over by
seen
my
it.
house. Yeah.
Oh, nice. And then not only that, but it was like I saw that with Richard.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I didn't see it with, but I mean, it's directed by Richard Linklater.
Hello.
Who was Austin.
Dazed and
And then,
Confused.
Right.
yeah. And then you got Ethan Hawke there. It was just like, yeah, it was a great experience. I mean, I would probably say the movie was and I would say about maybe a 7.7 to an 8 out of 10.
I would say that's a fair judgment on that. Yeah, I would go with that. I would go with that. Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah. All right. Well, that's all my new stuff. So shall we move on to the picture? The picture that we're talking about.
Yeah. Let's get
Folks,
into it.
The movie we're talking about this time around is the last movie we're talking about in 2025. It's our last movie for this year. The movie is from 1971, The Last Picture Show. Let's get to it.
Why can't I free your doubtful mind and melt your cold, cold heart?
Tony Bennett's Cold, Cold Heart was on everybody's hit parade. Elizabeth Taylor was getting married. Boys wore ducktails. The police action in the Far East was Korea. And Anarene, Texas, like other small towns, is approaching the end of an era.
You boys can get on out of here. I don't want to have no more to do with you.
Oh, quit prison. I don't think you did it right anyway.
I'm not sorry for you. You'd have left Billy too, just like you left me.
I reckon the reason why I always drag you out here is probably I'm just as sentimental as the next fella when it comes to old times. Old times.
Anarene, Texas, 1951. Nothing much has changed.
Yes, HYSTOphiles. The film is The Last Picture Show from 1971, directed by Peter Bogdanovich, who also did What's Up, Doc? And Paper Moon and Mask. 3 movies. I recommend all those movies.
Mask.
Oh, gosh,
Good old Mask.
Yeah. Stars of the movie: Timothy Bottoms, Jeff Bridges, Sybil Shepherd, Cloris Leachman, Ellen Burstyn, Eileen Brennan, Ben Johnson, Lou Gallagher, Randy Quaid. I mean, what a cast.
Yeah. At the time, though, most of them, like Sybil Shepherd, Jeff Bridges, Randy Quaid, they were young, right? So
they weren't
really
kids.
They weren't known by then, right?
At
the time.
And Timothy Bottoms, they were all kids. Yeah.
Right.
Also, Timothy Bottoms' little brother Sam Bottoms is in the movie too. He plays Billy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he's just. I mean, I think they hired some other actor to play Billy, and it wasn't working out, or something, or they couldn't figure out who. And then Peter Bogdanovich was walking down the street, and he looks at this kid, and he's like, "Who are you?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm Sam. I'm Tim's little brother." He's like, "Do you want to be in a movie?"
Sold. Easy enough.
I mean, it was like, boom. He's like, "Look at you. You're Billy. Let's do this."
No agent needed. Just
boom. Okay, let's do it. Okay, so a quick summary. In 1951, a group of high schoolers come of age in a bleak, isolated North Texas town that is slowly dying, both culturally and economically. Okay. I'm going to ask a few questions before we get going here. First of all, Keith, and I have you ever heard of this movie?
No, man. And
See,
I'm from
I
Texas.
didn't think you had.
From Texas.
I know.
You think I'm from a dying Texas town? You'd think I'd have some connection to this, but nope, never heard of it.
Okay, before we get to connections, I want to talk about how much what my thing with this movie is. There are two Texas movies that I am obsessed with. One of the Texas movies I'm obsessed with is Giant, which we already covered on the we covered that years ago for Paul and I covered that years ago. So Giant is the first Texas movie, and the other Texas movie is The Last Picture Show. These two movies about Texas could not be more different from each other.
Yep,
They could
absolutely.
not be more different, but I love them both so much, and for different reasons, and there's different things about them. Now, James, share with us your connection with this film.
So I went to high school in Wichita Falls, Texas.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah,
close to home then. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that. I mean, after I graduated high school and kind of floated around for a couple of years, um, my family ended up moving down here to Austin in '98, so I moved down there with them. But yeah, it's
That's crazy. I moved to Austin in '98 also, by the way.
Okay.
That's awesome. Oh wow.
I
Yeah,
know. I didn't know that. That's so funny.
that's awesome. It's crazy that it's been that long, but yeah, it's and ironically, I was when I moved there, they just got done filming the forgettable sequel to The Last Picture Show.
Yes. What was it? Texasville?
Yes,
Did I even get the title right? I think that was
yeah,
the
it is.
title.
It's Texas.
It was
It was.
really disappointing. I'm gonna say, yeah, I can say honestly, I was very disappointed in that movie.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, so I used to live there. I was totally familiar. I don't think I really set foot that much in Archer City, except when we were traveling.
Uh-huh.
And Archer
Sometimes outside.
City's just south of Wichita Falls. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just outside of Wichita Falls, if I remember
Okay.
correctly. I will say this honestly, it's been such a long time. Well, it's weird. Since Wichita Falls is like right on the border of like it's in the Texoma region
Right.
in the Panhandle.
Right.
Like I'm not even towards that area anymore. Like if I even go to Dallas, I'm not even going to go to Wichita Falls or anything like that. It's
Oh,
just
no.
yeah.
Oh, listen,
There's
I totally understand.
and it's not to say it was a bad. I mean, it was but
I
that's
know.
it was a good. But yeah, it was so funny when I hear them talk about like especially when JC, the Sybil Shepherd character, was talking about, oh, I'm gonna go to college in Wichita Falls. Like, oh, you're gonna go to Midwestern State University.
You just know exactly what she's talking
That's
about.
the one and only there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
so that's
time.
James's connection with he's got a real,
Gotcha.
yeah. So, and,
Okay.
I'm sure you're looking at this. It's like, yeah, feel it.
I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah.
Yeah, I know that was. Yeah,
So the movie in 1951, Sonny Crawford and Dwayne Jackson are high school seniors and best friends in the small oil town of Anarene, Texas. Okay, Sonny Crawford is Timothy Bottoms. Dwayne Jackson is Jeff Bridges. And I'll tell you something. Before I saw the movie years and years ago, the first time, this movie came out when I was 11, so I was not allowed to see it yet because it was too adult for me to see when I was 11 years old.
Right.
But before I saw it later, I read the book. And so I decided this time I listened to the Audible book, which was really really fun to listen to it again before I watched the movie again. So and I'm telling you, Peter Bogdanovich was brilliant in casting Jeff Bridges as Dwayne because in the book, Dwayne is you don't like Dwayne really. He's very unlikable.
Okay.
Yeah. And Jeff Bridges changes that. He makes him a lot more. There's something about Jeff Bridges you can't help but like him,
Yeah.
He's just got that likability. He's like that Tom Hanks thing,
Yeah.
He's got that likability thing that you just and I
It's
think
hard
it
not to
really
like.
makes a difference with the character because otherwise you really hate Dwayne.
Okay.
Yep.
In the book, it's like he's nasty. He's off. He's like, he doesn't care about other people's feelings. He's really awful to Sonny.
Okay.
Yeah. And he is in the movie, but not as bad as he is in
Not
the
like
book.
that. Right.
Yeah, they really changed that up. And of course, Dwayne is dating J.C. Farrow, Sybil Shepherd, the most popular girl in town with the richest parents.
She's, I mean, stunning, beautiful. Let me tell you. Like not that she's still a looker now, but man, as
she
young,
she looks great still.
Yeah, it looks really good.
He, Peter Bogdanovich, they were going crazy trying to find JC. They couldn't find anybody, and he's in the grocery store checking out, and he's looking, and all of a sudden he looks up at this magazine, and it was the magazine. I think it was 17, and she was on the cover.
Oh,
and he said she just had this kind of smart aleck smile on her face that just said JC, and he said, "I gotta find out who this is." He didn't even know she could act. And Keith, I don't know if you know this, but during the making of this movie, Peter Bogdanovich and Sybil Shepherd began an affair.
She old enough?
Oh, she was an adult.
Okay.
2021.
Yeah. She was young, but here's the thing. He was married to the producer of the film, Polly Platt.
Oh.
He was married, and here she is. They're making the movie, and he's falling in love with Sybil Shepherd right in front of his wife.
Oh, wow.
It was, and his wife, and Polly Platt's like, well, I just, we were just getting started in the movie business, and I'm like, you know what, this is probably just going to happen, but it'll be over. When the movie's over, it'll be over, but it wasn't. It wasn't
over.
No,
wow.
It went on for years. Their affair went on for. And they were shocking because they after that they lived together.
Oh my gosh!
They were living in sin because everyone was sinning too.
They were sinning.
They were sinning. They were. You could tell by the look in their faces. It was
dang.
Yeah. So anyway, it was a big deal back then. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. So Sonny. Sonny's got this huge crush on JC because she's the prettiest girl in town. All the guys want JC. She's the pretty one, and her family's rich, and she's just perfect. So Sonny breaks up with his girlfriend, who I blame him for that. She's really not fun to be around. But it's really But the reason he breaks up is because of his crush on JC. That's the real reason. So at a Christmas dance, JC gets invited by Lester Marlowe, that's Randy Quaid, to a skinny dipping pool party at this guy called Bobby Sheen's house. He's this wealthy young man, and JC has her eyes on Bobby Sheen. Go ahead.
And she just drops his boyfriend for because he has money. Is that the only reason why?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because she has to get in with the cool crowd, the in crowd, and be with the rich kids and be.
There seemed to be some pressure from her mother too.
Oh,
right?
Absolutely. Yeah. But she used, especially in the book, they don't do it so much in the movie, but in the book, she lies. She keeps going off with this Lester guy and keeps telling Dwayne, "My mom is making me do this." Mom, and no, her mother didn't even know she was doing it. But of course, when she found out, she wasn't surprised. But
right.
So at the dance, Sonny kisses Ruth Popper. Okay, that's Cloris Leachman. Ruth Popper is the high school coach's wife. Okay?
Yeah,
Coach Popper. Okay, and she is this. The minute you see that sad face, it's like, okay, I can read this character immediately. And Keith, I don't know if you know this, but Cloris Leachman won the Oscar for this role.
Is that right?
Yes,
yes.
Deservedly so.
She did a great job.
Now,
so as the coach gets Sonny to take her to the doctor, and she's like, clearly something's wrong, and brings him back inside for a Dr. Pepper. Right. And he never had the wherewithal to like, hey, what's wrong, or never ask her like, what's bothering you. He just kind of sits there awkwardly. What was that all about? Like, why didn't he tap a little further into it, or he's just a young kid?
And we're going to get to that scene in a bit. So when we get to that scene, we can talk about that some more.
Okay.
But before we get there, oh God, Dwayne, Sonny, and all the other kids
Oh,
They
gosh,
take
yeah.
their young, mentally disabled friend Billy, played by Sam Bottoms,
Right.
to a prostitute to lose his virginity. Okay, this scene in the book is 100 times worse, believe it or not. So, believe it or not, it's even worse. Yeah,
Really?
it goes
It was.
on, and the details are just
Oh,
horrifying.
wow. Interesting.
Yeah, it's just So when they bring Billy home, because it's a disaster, and
Poor
Billy
fellow.
doesn't know what the hell's going on.
He doesn't know what's happening. He's like,
He doesn't
his
know
friends.
what's going on, and these anyway.
His friends
Oh, and
thought
the
it
whole
would be
time,
fun.
the whole time,
Friends.
when so they bring him home, and Sam the lion, his nickname is Sam the Lion. He's all mad at them, of course, because the way they treated Billy. He takes care of Billy, what Billy does all the time is he sweeps the main street there in Anarene. He sweeps the street, just sweep. No matter that's his activity that keeps
just
him
to keep him busy,
keeps him calm, and keeps him busy. And Sam says, you're not allowed to go to any of my businesses now, and that is the pool hall, the movie theater, and the cafe, and that's basically
which is pretty much everything in town.
That's it.
Pretty much all the hangouts for all the for the kids.
There is nothing else.
So we can expect a lot more sex in this than what else is there to do, right?
Yeah. So later on, Sam catches Sonny visiting Billy and Genevieve, the waitress at the cafe. Genevieve, that's Eileen Brennan, who is wonderful also. Oh, she's so good in that part. And then Sonny apologizes, and Sam, Sam's too kind-hearted. He lifts the ban. He's like, "Oh, yeah, don't leave.
I made a mistake.
Don't leave. Go sit down and eat. You go ahead."
Yeah.
So then Bobby makes an advance on JC, but then he says, "Oh my God, wait, are you a virgin?"
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh, no, I'll see you later. Yeah, come back to me when you've been around a little bit." He's like, "I'm not going to be the one, Okay, so then we go on to New Year's Eve weekend, because this is basically the whole year of 1951 or 1952. It's 1 year, So on New Year's Eve weekend, Dwayne and Sonny, they drive to Mexico. And oh my God, in the book, this is much longer and more detailed too. It's really fun. Before leaving, Sam gives them some extra money. He's like, go have fun. Sam's such a sweet guy. So they go to Mexico, and I'm in the book, they do a lot. They get into all the more of the shenanigans, but it's nothing bad happens. It's all fun. So when they return all hungover and tired on Monday morning, they find out that Sam died of a stroke the day before. Sam is gone. And Sam left Sonny the pool hall in his will. So Sonny now owns the pool hall.
Okay.
So then JC's like, okay, I don't want to be a virgin anymore. So she invites Dwayne to a motel room for sex, because she wants to be accepted into Bobby's wild, fun sex circle. But he's unable. Here for who knows how many years he's been dying for this to happen.
Right. He gets the chance,
and he gets in there, and it won't happen.
At it.
And guys, we've all been there.
Hey, man.
We've all been there.
Mexico's a hell of a drug.
What's that, James?
So there's one thing that I found interesting about that scene when Jeff Bridges couldn't close the deal on that, and it reminded me of something in an earlier scene with JC when she was with Lois, with her mother, because her mother basically said to her, he says, the reason why you won't be able to marry big or anything like that is because you're not scary enough. Like you can't scare somebody
she
into.
Said, I could, she said, Daddy wasn't rich when you married him, and Ellen Burstyn. Yeah, well, I scared him. I scared him into being rich. Right. Well, I could do that with Dwayne. Said, no, you're not scary enough.
I think that kind of goes into the whole thing about why they weren't able to close the deal at that time, is because she wasn't scary. She just came across as just kind of, did you do? Like it was like it was more like it was kind of, I feel like she kind of caused him to kind of go.
Yeah. I love that scene with her and her mother. I love how her mother's like, well, have you had sex yet? And she's like, Mama, I thought that was a sin. And she's like, I think if you would have sex with him, you'd see that you don't want to live the rest of your life with that thing.
gosh, it's almost like her mom's like
I'm
telling
not
her to
quoting directly,
just
obviously.
do it
but
and get it
that's
over
basically-
with.
Yeah, she's like, believe me, you're not going to want to be with that for that long. And I'm like,
Uh.
honey, I'm sorry, it's Jeff Bridges, but anyway, that's like Margot Robbie and Barbie telling everybody she's ugly. It's like, yeah, we're not buying this. Okay,
Sure.
So, like I say, they go into the motel room and it doesn't work. But JC to her friends pretends that everything, it was just amazing. Oh,
Of course.
I can't even describe it. She's so full of shit. So anyway, later they try again, and Dwayne performs just enough for her to lose her virginity, and then she breaks up with him on the phone, no less. Breaks up over the phone because she wants to get involved with Bobby now. She says, well, I'm experienced now, so now it's time for Bobby. It's Bobby time.
Mm-hmm.
So then she finds out, well, wait, sorry, Bobby got married.
All right, who's
the timing
next
and
up?
I know the
Next
timing
up.
and everything is insane.
Just out of nowhere.
Karmic justice there.
Yeah, right. It's just so then she's bored and rejected. So then she's like, okay, so then she has sex with Abilene. This is her father, Gene's roughneck foreman, and her mother's lover. It's also her mother's lover.
That's a little strange. But
Yes.
Okay.
And so JC does it, and then he drops her off back at her house. And when when Lois sees, she's like, oh God. And in the book, she sees his car come up, and she's like, oh, is he coming to see me? Then when JC gets out of his car, she's like, oh God, she knows exactly what happened, and then JC starts to cry. And then, she goes through anger, and then she's sad and angry, and and they discuss the double bind they're trapped in. And this is a really interesting conversation because they talk about how they've been reduced. Basically, how they talk about we are reduced to objects of sexuality, but we're punished if we express joy in that sexuality. And it's a very deep conversation these two women have. I think it's really interesting.
Well,
Go
through
ahead.
the whole movie, like there was a ton of sex scenes and different things going on, but it wasn't like intimate. It was more just very surface level. Let's do the deed.
It was just
kind of.
curiosity.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're young kids.
Or like, well, this is the step we take next. This
right.
is what we do next.
Except for maybe the relationship between Ruth Popper and Sonny. I feel like that might have been a little bit deeper, at least on Ruth's part.
Yeah, and I think more than Sonny even realized too, his part.
Right, exactly.
More than he even
felt
realized.
A lot of regret after Lena, giving her the cold shoulder.
Yeah.
Remember also, even Lois, Ellen Burstyn's character, she even the town pretty much knew about
they know everything
about those two together.
Affair. Yeah.
And then basically she was saying this, you were better off. Didn't she say that you were better off with Ruth than you would be with my own daughter?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Now they added that. That was not in the book. They added that in the movie, but I liked it. Yeah.
Me too. I think that kind of shows. It's not so much that I think that Lois was talking down about her daughter. I think she was just basically wanting her daughter to get out and start, she's not, she doesn't need to stay in that town.
No. She was talking, at one point in the book, even more so, but at one point she talks about marrying Dwayne and living there in that town. And her mother's like, no.
Trust me, won't be happy. Yeah.
Lois says
JC wrote that note. Why do you think she wrote that note to her parents about her and Sonny? I might be getting ahead here, but yeah.
Yeah, and we will get there very soon. Yes. So Dwayne's all upset over JC breaking up with him. So he enlists in the army, and he's scheduled to serve in the Korean War after basic training. So while he's gone, JC goes for Sonny, who just drops Ruth like a hot potato and dreams of marrying JC now. Because that's been his dream, ever since he was 11 years old or whatever. Right. The first time he woke up with a know what. So Dwayne comes home on leave, driving a new Mercury. He's like, ooh, he's got a new car. Okay.
Fancy.
So he fights with Sonny over JC, and he smashes a beer bottle into Sonny's eye, sending him to the hospital. And then during his recovery, he refuses to see Ruth when she visits. During his recovery. He's like, no, I can't see her. And a lot of shame there about how he treated her.
That's
he's
what
really
it is.
feeling, yeah. So JC and Sonny elope to Oklahoma. And JC knows exactly what she's doing the whole time. This is what James was talking about earlier. While driving to their honeymoon, JC says, oh, by the way, I left a letter to my parents letting them know. And then, of course, JC and Sonny are stopped by a state trooper who takes them to the Pharaohs. And, Gene berates Sonny and drives JC home. And JC's like, oh, I'm just so sorry, Sonny. And just like, and
it's over now.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
And this is when Lois, so JC and her dad take off, and Lois is like, because it was JC's car. So Lois is like, come on, I'll give you a ride, Sonny. So they're riding along, and Lois reveals that Sam was her first true love, Sam the Lion, and she says, you know what? You'd be a lot better off. This is when she says, you'd be a lot better off with Ruth than with JC anyway. You know what? She said, I'm just saying. So the marriage gets annulled, and a little short time passes. And then on Dwayne's very last night of leave, Sonny is like, and also Genevieve has a big part of this. That's the Eileen Brennan. Yeah, the waitress. Yeah. She's like, you really should see him, So he does go see Dwayne. Sonny goes to see him, and he says, JC left for college in Dallas. She's gone. So then they decide they're going to go to the theater because the theater is having to close down because they're not making enough money to run anymore. And the last picture show is what they're going to see. Hello. And the last picture show is Red River, a classic Western, very classic Western. The next morning, when Sonny sees Dwayne off, and Dwayne asks Sonny to take care of his mercury, he says, yeah, you take care of this, buddy. Then Sonny admits that, we never made it to the motel, just letting him know. I said, okay.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah.
Yeah. I just want you to know, So as he opens, oh God, when he opens the pool hall, he hears brakes squealing outside. And when he runs out, Billy has been struck and killed by a truck while he was sweeping the road.
Sad.
And then all the townsmen, they're all surround him, and they're like no emotion in their voices.
Oh, they were just like,
he was stupid.
He was in the way. What was he doing in the road in the first place?
Yeah, he was stupid and careless. What was he doing? He said he was sweeping. Oh God.
It was sad.
Peter Bogdanovich said that Timothy Bottoms. He said they did that scene once. He said they did one shot, and he said cut, print, and he said
done.
I knew we did not need any backup. He said it was the most gut-wrenching performance. He said everybody just stopped on the set. They just were like, wow. Yeah, they knew it was amazing. So oh God, that was just and he covers his face with his Letterman jacket, and there's poor Billy. Okay, so now he's angry and depressed, so he drives to the city limits, and then I'm leaving. But then he changes his mind. He parks near Ruth's house, and he very shyly asks, can I come in for a cup of coffee? And she's been depressed and shuttered up in the house all this time. So she lets him in, and then she lets him have it. She finally just lets him have it because he's treated like crap.
Yeah, he deserves it. Yeah,
he deserved it, and he knows, it.
Yeah,
and he takes it.
He does.
And she also knows he's just completely devastated. She sees it.
Yeah.
So he's like, look at me. She's like, look at me, and he does, and he touches her hand, and she just melts.
She's so depressed and
never you mind.
She's anxious,
and that's exactly
for love,
how the book ends. Also, never you mind, honey. Never you mind.
Wow,
that's how the book ends. Also, it's just oh my gosh. Okay, so the nude scenes. Sybil Shepherd, she was cast with the option of backing out of her nude scenes when she got to that moment. If she didn't want to do them, she didn't have to do it. It was in her contract. The reason she did, and she claims this too. I mean, she said until forever. She said the reason I did those nude scenes was because of the other three actresses, Ellen Burstyn, Eileen Brennan, and Cloris Leachman. She talked to all three of them about it, and they all supported her and said, "You can do. You can." All three said the same thing. You can trust Peter. We think he's a really great artist, and he's not going to exploit you. It's gonna be part of the. And sure enough, the nudity's there, but it's not like, oh, look, it's there, but it's not in your face stuff. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
It's kind of realistic awkwardness, especially the way she was adjusting.
And that's in the book. The whole thing about the bra and everything, and the throwing the panties on the kid's face. That's all in the book. It's all there. The role of Sam the Lion, Peter Bogdanovich originally offered it to Jimmy Stewart, but he had already committed to a TV show called The Jimmy Stewart Show, and unfortunately, he couldn't get out of it. Well, actually, no, fortunately, because Ben Johnson's performance. I mean, this is crazy, and literally, he's on screen for 9 minutes and 54 seconds, so just under 10 minutes. Is the shortest ever performance in a film to win the Academy Award.
Oh wow, interesting.
Best supporting actor.
Best supporting actor, yes.
Okay,
yes.
cool.
It is the shortest ever performance.
That's all he needed. That's all he needed.
Beatrice Straight has him beat by even half amount of time in supporting actress.
Oh really? Which movie?
Network. Beatrice Straight.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize her performance is even shorter, though.
Yeah, her performance was shorter than that one. I mean,
but that just shows you how much she stood out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even Judi Dench in Shakespeare in Love, she was like 8 minutes at best.
I was going to say hers was really short, too, but I didn't realize Beatrice Straight's was so short. And, but that just shows you when you make an impact like that, you can be on screen for 2 minutes and you can do it,
Right.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about Ben Johnson was the fact that he didn't, at first, he turned it down because he felt he had too
much dialogue. Too much dialogue, too many words.
And they told him, you don't always have to be the sidekick to John Wayne all the time. So you can go on ahead and yeah.
Keith, I'm sure you don't even know Ben Johnson. He was famous for being in Westerns, but like James said, he was always like the sidekick.
The Robin to the Batman to John Wayne's Batman.
Yeah, he was always the second,
Right.
So, and he was like, and literally Peter Bogdanovich said, Ben, if you make this movie, you're going to win the Oscar. And he did.
Wow. Go figure.
Okay, well, I talked about Timothy Bottom's scene that they just did one take. There's another scene in the movie that they just printed on the first take, and it's amazing they were able to do this. Cloris Leachman's last scene in the movie, which is the last scene of the movie, they printed on the first take with no rehearsals. She wanted to rehearse the scene, but Peter Bogdanovich said he thought, no, it's going to ruin it. It's not going to be spontaneous. And after she finished it, she said, I can do better. And he said, no. And he said this again, no, you just won the Oscar.
You're referring to the scene where she throws the coffee mug and breaks it, and it's
the final scene.
Yeah.
And she did win the Oscar. It's so funny. He's telling these two actors, you're going to win the Oscar, and they won the Oscar. They both did.
Sure enough. That's how it goes.
I started looking at critic stuff, and it's just, it's crazy. The score, I was like trying to put a positive one and a negative one. And honestly, I can't find any negative reviews for this movie. It's remarkable. I forgot to put the Rotten Tomatoes score. Okay, but let's talk scores real quick because that'll give you a place where we are. IMDb. The score is 8.0.
That's huge, man. For IMDb,
that is.
Yeah, that's a big score.
Okay, here we go. Tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes, 98%.
Wow.
Yeah. 89% popcorn meter.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll just read this one review, and this to me kind of says it. Oh yeah, I agree. So Paul Zimmerman from Newsweek. Okay, and this is a new review. It was written in 2023. Okay, so it's like an update review. The Last Picture Show is a masterpiece. It is not merely the best American movie of a rather dreary year. It is the most impressive work by a young American director since Citizen Kane.
Wow.
Now, here's the thing. The director of Citizen Kane, of course, Orson Welles, he and Peter Bogdanovich were really good friends. They became good friends. In fact, Orson Welles lived with Peter Bogdanovich and Polly Platt for a while when he was down on his luck money-wise. He lived with them for a while. And Peter Bogdanovich was talking about making this movie, and he's like, I can't figure out the look. How am I going to make it look like 1951? And Orson Welles says, well, of course you'll film it in black and white.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I didn't. So he went to the studio, and they were like, oh no, we don't do black and white movies anymore. And he said, well, so one of the producers said, hang on, I can't remember which one it was, but he went and talked to the other producers. He came back the next day and said, go for it. You got it. And really, I mean, I can't imagine this film in color. Can you?
I think it captured everything perfectly in black and white.
Yeah, I think it really encapsulates the feeling of the time. It just and also I don't care. And I know people who will not watch a black and white movie. They just will not watch a black and white movie. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
It's like people who cannot watch a movie with subtitles either, right?
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't get it. I mean,
okay, I'm sorry, but a black and white movie, the depth and of the photography is unmatched. You can't do that in a color movie. Sorry, I'm getting a delivery and my dogs are going nuts. Sorry. But you can't match that in a color movie. The detail and the depth that you get in the picture. I've got it on the background right now on mute, and I'm looking, and it's the scene where out by the water hole, where Sam talks about being young what he's talking about is dating,
right.
Lois,
Jace's mom.
Yeah. In the book, that whole scene was about, by the way, that whole scene at the water hole, Sam's speech in the book is all about peeing.
Oh, really?
It's a story. And that sounds really gross, but it's really not. It's not gross. But Peter Bogdanovich decided it worked in the book, but that's not going to work on screen. Yeah. So they changed the story. Okay. So I think you can tell that James and I recommend this film. I mean, I think that's kind of obvious. Keith, would you recommend this movie?
Yeah, man, I absolutely would. At first, I was watching it and thinking, like, what is the plot here? What's happening? And about halfway through, I realized, okay, it's not just one central character, really. It's kind of about the theme of this dying town and all the relationships. Yeah. And so it really struck with me. And it might just because I'm from a dying town in Texas myself and know what it's like where there are no secrets. Everyone knows everyone. Everyone knows all the happenings. That's just the way that it is. So I really connected with this movie. This is one that really stuck with me. And I kept thinking about it even after it was over. So yeah, I would recommend it to all.
Excellent. I really thought you were going to like it. Oh, James, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So I was going to ask this because I asked you this, Jay, and so I'll ask you this, Keith. After seeing this movie, especially with the Timothy Bottoms character, with the three actresses, with Eileen Brennan, Ellen Burstyn, and Cloris Leachman's character, like Ruth, Lois, and Genevieve.
Yeah,
I feel they all represent different portions of mother figures that that character was missing. And I think that, I mean,
I agree.
Especially Genevieve was more.
I agree. Okay.
Yeah. I saw it also as like every boy has gone through relationships of all those different kinds, where you have this one girl that you cannot wait to get with, but you can never have her because she's with other people. And then there's this like mother figure I felt like I could relate with every single relationship in this movie, which is really why it connected with me so much.
It did. And I feel like I've seen plenty, like in high school, I've seen plenty of JCs.
Right. Yeah. Every school has one. Yeah. At least one.
I can tell you, I see my high school's JC in my mind right now. I know I'm not going to say her name, but I see her.
You know who you are.
You know who you are, bitch. Okay, so James, let's talk about a question that you brought up before, but we didn't. James asked me. He said,
"Let's not even think about the sequel. Let's put that out of there."
There's a sequel to this, Keith, and don't even bother watching it.
Texasville from 1990. I already bought it, so it's coming. I'm joking.
I'm like, you don't buy it. You don't buy any movies. I buy movies. You don't buy movies.
Just watch. If you're streaming if you're going through the television and it's on there, just put on the background, do your chores and stuff like that. That's probably
gotcha. That's
it's
all
really you're not missing a thing.
Doesn't offer much. Gotcha.
It's a real disservice.
Okay, but James asked me, Jay, do you think Sonny would have stayed? And he asked me because I also just read the book, and he was like, "What was your? How did you ask it, James?"
After the scene with Ruth, and after everything that has gone down with him, do you think that may not have been today or tomorrow, or may not have been like that day? Do you think that he would eventually leave the town because it's dying?
I thought about that too, and I thought that Sonny was one that was like stuck to that town forever. I can't see him leaving. I don't know. I felt like even after everything that he had lost from his friends, everyone else has been leaving. He was the last one standing, and he was still there. And so I'd be surprised unless everyone else left. He might be the last one to ever leave. I don't know. That's just kind of how I felt it. What do you think, Jay?
In the book, when I listened to the book this time, because it's the first time I ever listened to it. I read it the first time years ago. They didn't have Audible then. I think Sonny would have left.
You do?
Yeah. Now, watching the movie again, here's what I think. I think Sonny might leave, but I think he would come back. I see Sonny ending up back there. What do you think, James?
I kind of have to echo both, but the way I see it is, and maybe because since I've lived in that area, probably what would happen is eventually he'll find a way to leave. He won't leave like that area totally. I can see him probably going to Wichita Falls or, going to the city or something like that. And then every once in a while, maybe visiting. But eventually, and like the Jeff Bridges character says, even though he was totally, in the service, he says, I still live here. And I think that, I think he still would feel some sort of, because that place was also the place of, kind of how he became kind of his purpose, because when he was given the pool hall, and that was kind of like the first
first piece. Yep.
And it's funny,
my answer would be yes and no, kind of like he would leave but never leave.
Yeah. And they made kind of a bigger deal of the pool hall in the movie than they did in the book. In the book, it was just kind of an aside. Okay. They really didn't make much of a deal about it.
I mean, he was only 19, he was young.
Yeah.
I could see him into his 30s, 40s, and 50s, like being the new Sam the Lion. As being the person who's going, the heir apparent to kind of keeping this town alive and holding on to something. And I think Sonny could play a huge part in that. Maybe. I guess I'll have to watch. I guess I'll have to watch Texasville to find out, won't I? No?
No.
No, that's unfortunate.
No. You know what? Make up your own sequel. It'll be better. And I'm sorry to say that, but unfortunately, I think it's
That's
true
unfortunate.
also.
Gotcha.
Yeah, especially if it has Annie Potts in it. I mean,
I know. They just, boy, Annie Potts has been wasted so many times. We could do a whole episode on that. The wasting of Annie. She's so talented. But I mean, she's been used well too. Don't get me wrong. Okay. All right. So, folks, contact info. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can find our podcast on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Prime, wherever you find your pods, wherever you catch them, you can catch us there. And please, wherever you find your pods, please subscribe to us and leave a rating. Hopefully a high one. We'd appreciate that. But if not, let us know what we can do better.
Yeah.
We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Keith, I believe you have something for me for next time. So
Yeah,
what movie are we covering?
All right. This movie is from 2006. It's called Population 436. It's directed by Michelle McLaren.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm not going to say too much more about it. I watched it years ago, and I think I might have briefly covered it in What's Been New.
Okay.
But I haven't really gone too much into detail about it. So I'm curious to see what you think about it.
Okay. Just by the title, I'm just going to get Population 436. I'm guessing horror film?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
It's this town.
I don't know why there's something about the title that just told me that. Go ahead.
Well, so this guy he's a census taker. He's sent into this town to determine why it has had the same population for the last 100 years at exactly 436.
Oh, wow.
No one added, no one deleted. It's exactly the same for a century.
That is a very interesting premise. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm intrigued, sir. Yes, I'm
the
intrigued.
director. I just looked her up.
Wow, she's a looker.
Oh, is she? Oh, cool. Okay. Michelle McLaren. Very good. Okay. Well, looking forward to that.
Oh, yeah.
All righty. Well, before we go, we got to thank our good friend, James Huddleson. James, thanks for joining us again.
Well, it's always a pleasure. I had a great time. And it's kind of fun to revisit this movie. On that kind of thing.
Right. I can see why. Yep.
Well, you got to come back again soon, buddy.
Of course.
Sure will.
Without a doubt.
No
okay,
doubt.
folks. Well, and Happy New Year, by the way.
Hey,
Happy New Year,
2026. Here we come. Yeah, to you both.
And Happy New Year, HYSTOphiles. I hope you all have a wonderful New Year, and I hope that this year is your next chapter in fabulousness. Yes, there we go.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, until 2026, I'm Jay Bullington,
and I'm Keith Carcino.
Keep watching movies.
Of course, I
Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye. Okay.